we got player number 196. Gotta love this. And we are off and running here on the Colossus as it is Minnesota and Seattle. Seattle, again, coming in 2-0 and looking to extend their grip on the season as they are first in the standings as of right now. And here we go, getting into it.
Yeah, the breakoff has actually been a little more sided to the Floppr here. They got a lot of those opening kills, but weren't able to convert to very much time. Olivia Rodrigo is able to get back in there on a little two-piece there, and looking to find more in the hill, but does get taken out by Noble. Is going to find Zoe. Oh, actually, Rodrigo does find Noble as well, and is getting dirty in the hill there, picking up another kill. I mean, they are putting some work in on P1 here, Teach.
Yeah, and Minnesota doing well, as you said, getting this opening time. They have the rotation over to New, and that's where we will head. We'll see where this last player spawns. Number 3 does spawn out in Frosty, so he'll have a pinch. But it's going to be these gunfights coming in. Zoe finding one, but the break immediately in for Seattle. And this is just what they needed after a little bit of a shaky P1. They stabilize and get back, but Olivia Rodrigo, it's going to be fun saying that name when I gets 2. And the break is in for Minnesota. They get the time, but Seattle still spawning in the back.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to do some work to get him out from the backside there. As Banishable is now pushing through the front side. As Noble finds a two-piece on the edge of the hill there. That's going to give him a nice little piece of time here as player number 196 on your mini-map down there. That's Zoe. Is getting picked up on that statue side, and you have a couple players from the Sloths trying to get some map position and give themselves a little bit of a rotation here, but the Floppr are just not able to really get into this hill at all.
Now you see the rotation coming in as they'll give up the last 10 seconds and move over to New, and it's going to be Noble with a big opening kill over at P3 before he is traded out. But trades going back and forth at the moment, and although Minnesota tried to get there early, they're actually going to surrender some of this time to try to get spawns in the back for New, and they're now going to be able to pinch this hill and get the time. So nice work there from Minnesota as they will try to collect this time, and now just have to read where these spawns are coming in. Doing a good job of getting the 2 kills on yellow, and now you can stabilize. You know all these players should be coming from blue side, and you should be able to now get these kills as they continue to collect the time. But as I say that, Seattle breaks right on it.
Yeah, they're just coming right in through the front. I don't think Butta and number 4 back there were able to quite pick up the timing that they needed to cut that off. You know, it just seemed like they were a little too worried about middle and maybe the tunnel side, and Sloths just came right through the front, and that's a nice little chunk of time to find there, a little 20 seconds or so that they're going to pick up off this hill. And they have rotations once again, Teach. I mean, the Sloths are playing really well right now.
They are, and it's kind of weird because it feels like early they're very much on top, but only up 20, of course, very early. But it feels like Minnesota kind of just hanging around for the time being. Seattle going to get this opening time over at P4. The break coming in through the front, though, for Minnesota. Gets in quickly, but now a pinch from all angles here for Seattle. And it's just been a mixy Colossus, as, you know, maybe you would expect on a map like this. And now some stabilization. It's going to be Seattle inside the time. All of Minnesota have to break to the front. This is not a position you really want to be.
No, not at all. You have to take a route on this, or you just be like Zoe and just beam everybody off the head glitches and maybe give your team an opportunity, but those spawns are so close back there, they're just not able to actually get into the time at all, and Sloths are pretty much going to full 60 this here. Is the Floppr are going to have to start worrying about P1 and start worrying about those leakers, and you can see number 4 up there, Olivia Rodrigo, was kind of making sure that they weren't pushing through the tunnel or anything like that, so they can maybe try to chain P1 to P2, get themselves back into this, but they're going to have to win some fights on P1 first.
Yeah, it feels like it's a lot of the time they're chalking up the time, and it's like, okay, you know, to set up next, but they're really not getting that initial time. They're wanting on the new point over and over again. They do finally get in here. They're going to start collecting this time on P1, but the nades and stuns coming in. Olivia Rodrigo gets taken down as well, and it's going to be 3 in the feed. And Seattle now can continue to soak this time as the lead grows to, I mean, almost, what, 80 points in just a matter of moments, as this one is starting to get away from Minnesota, and they really, really need to get back into this one. As, I mean, looking back at their time in BO7, Hardpoint, they have been an unbelievable team, but right now getting absolutely ran. Frosty with a couple in the feed, And now, is this finally the time for Minnesota to get back into this one?
I mean, they're here early. The guns are a little hot. Frosty may or may not find a streak here. They know that this player's on the outside. He's going to try to find that trade. He's going to be able to pick it up. But put very, very one shot here and does not read Chernobyl in the corner here. And he's going to try to maybe push out the back spawns here. It's a great play. He's going to have a couple players to deal with through the backside. And they need to kill Chernobyl and hold this front hill if they want to try to get in this hard point. And they are doing a great job of it so far. But the Sloths have just pretty much off the back of Banishable broken in through the front once again, and although the spawns are there, they have to get past the wall that is Noble.
Seattle just has not allowed Minnesota to get any sustainable time on any of these kills. Doing a really good job. I mean, Minnesota getting a second here, a second there, but not able to really chain anything together. You do see the rotation coming in, and they do get their first on P3 while collecting the last 15 seconds of scrap time. So maybe, again, looking for this moment for Minnesota to get back into this one. A chance here as also wrapping the spawn as well as Frost's going to find the kills. Now you have to account for all these players coming off spawn. Where are they going to spawn? I mean, you got players really spawning on each side of the map. If you're Frosty, what the hell do you do? Get taken down. Seattle back on the time.
Yeah, at that point you just have to just spin on the hill and just hope you get the right comm and a good timing there. It's Sloths. They've got their tents pitched in the hill. They got the trophy system set up. And it looks like we're going to try to break through the blue side, but that is just immediately shut down. So they're probably going to spawn back there again, and it's not looking too great from the Sloths or from the Floppr side. They have to take a route.
They do, and with 20 seconds left, it's almost you're kind of forced to push through old and then try to get to new. See if that's what they elect to do. As again, I mean, the lead continues to grow. It's going to be at about 100 going to P4. You see the commitment from Minnesota to go to new, as even the kills on old going the way of Seattle, and the kills on new as well. And this one just might be out of reach unless Minnesota pulls off something absolutely wild. Is it's going to be Seattle in the time early, about to eclipse the 200-point mark. And Minnesota, I mean, you can see, trying to get the spawns here, it feels like all game they just have not had any control of the spawns. They finally get some kills around hill. Can they find the trades? They do. So it is going to be Minnesota getting on some time. But now you're in a situation where you have to string multiple hills together.
Yeah, you had to play near perfect hardpoint or absolutely perfect hardpoint, for being honest, throughout the rest of this. If you want to try to win this map one here, Frosty's going to try to get us started here, getting elevated on the enemy team, but Chernobyl's going to shut them down with a little two-piece. That's going to be K3G finding another two-piece of his own. And that may be the hopes and dreams of the Floppr taken away, as any scrap time you give to the Sloths right now is just, yeah, it just nails in the coffin, basically. And although the Floppr are shooting good, they're just not, you know, getting any time here.
They're not. Again, they feel like they've been on the back foot really all map. But now, again, you see the chance, but is it too little, too late, really is the question. So they're going to continue to collect some of this time on P1. You do have some more split spawns coming in. Yeah, it just feels like that's been happening a lot. And now you're isolated on time. If you're Olivia Rodrigo, they get taken down. And Seattle will continue to collect this time. And again, just another situation where it just does not feel like Minnesota can get any sustainable time. Like you said, though, I mean, looking at the slaying numbers, it's not even crazy. Like they might even be up in the numbers.
Yeah, like overall.
But they're getting slammed.
Nearly 100-point clubbed. Like they're narrowly avoiding that.
and again, Seattle again set up new. I mean, it's just been all game. They've just really controlled the map so well, not allowing Minnesota to really get a foothold in anything. Now if you're Minnesota, it's last gasp, because you're just going to have to hit this through the front. Seattle is going to be expecting this. And you have Chernobyl on the pinch, finding one, looking for more. The cleanup crew is coming in. He finds two, and that will be the map. As Seattle Sloths wins this one very comfortably and takes the 1-0 series lead. And again, if you're Minnesota, with how your season started, this is not how you want map one to go.
No, that's what you call a checkout map one, folks. But Call of Duty is all about resilience. It is a 5-map series, the best of 3. If it was all about map ones, then everybody'd be playing CMGs all the time. But we're here in the Rec League, folks, and they got a
good, but you can see Seattle already taking the aggression to them. They're going to play through mid-map, trying to get wall banging. And you see, I mean,
Wow.
Banishable just running through mid. Zoe does pick up 2, makes it a 2v2, but I mean, that felt like a statement start to this.
Yeah, that was disrespectful.
This
He just ran at him. He just, you started talking about, like, okay, they're hitting mid with some aggression. Oh, we got a 1v1 here. And it looked like the Olivia came out on top there, but as soon as you started talking, like, oh, they're hitting mid, I looked down and Banishable's, like, already through P5. Like, he's about to enter kitchen.
Yeah, that felt a little disrespectful, but you know what? Minnesota responds, and we'll see. I mean, that was just a bloodbath. That was a round 1 bloodbath. We weren't going to have any objective play. That was just going to be kills in mid, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Minnesota comes out on top, and that's exactly what you needed coming into this map 2. Starting off on the right foot. Now taking this bomb over to the B side. See how ready Seattle is for this. They have looked through mid, but nothing on this B side. And now it's going to be K3G kind of looking over, seeing if he can spot anybody. They're going to try to get this bomb down, but does get naded. So the info is there. Noble will pick one up on Frosty. And now you see the rotation coming in. And now Minnesota kind of stuck, not being able to plant this bomb. Another one goes down. Now K3G going to potentially chow this player on time. I don't know what that was. He just hopped on the bomb there. Now 1v3 for Olivia Rodrigo. See the skills on display. Shoulders in, down to 5 HP. Trying to get away, but this feels like an unwinnable round as potential pinch coming in as well. And I mean,
it's not ideal.
It's not ideal, and we're looking a lot of ways right now. Just trying to find something. Does find one in Tiki. Can't take him down, and does get traded out. 1-1 as we head into round 3.
Yeah, it seemed like Floppr had some sight control there. You know, they could have maybe squeaked a plant off, but it was like as soon as Noble finds that kill on the player that was like lurking around Art over there, you know, then that entire side of the map is now just exposed. So you're having to look all over. You get the pinches come in, and it's just really hard to exist on that B bomb site when you don't really have any control.
It's going to be Seattle testing their luck on this B side, and Minnesota does have numbers over here. We'll see what info. Oh, did you see Banishable in the water? I don't know if you did, but does back up. That's a good play. Bomb is going down for Seattle, and now sort of aware of the plant coming. Shots onto Banishable in Tiki, but nothing doing so far. It's going to have to be a 4v4 retake here for Minnesota, and you have to rely on finding the skill. But he's sticking it, and through the smoke, he might be able to get the Zoe. Can he find it? He does. Nice play by Zoe, and Minnesota takes the round, throws that smoke down, and just hopped it.
I mean, all right. You know, a little 4v4 retake situation. Just throw the smoke. Just giant nuts from Zoe there to win the round for Floppr. That's what you need, man. That's the type of stuff you need in this situation.
And I mean, not to rag on the guy, but after that map 1, you feel like, all right, the confidence might be down a little bit. He said, you know, F it. I'm just going to hop this bomb. I love that.
Smoke grenade.
I love that. And big round there. So do they go back on the offense side? Haven't seen nothing toward A, and looks like we finally will, as A being the more traditional bomb site. But kind of a spread here offensively for Minnesota. If you find that first kill, and Buddha is going to find a second one as well through mid. Now a 4v2, and you see that bomb quickly being rotated over to B. You're in a almost unwinnable situation here. It feels like if you're Seattle right now, just got to find one pick at least here to start it off. That bomb going down, but you have players scattered throughout the map. Got to find one, and there you go. That's not a great place to die at.
It's a good way to get it started.
They spot the player down by the bomb. They do not go. Finding one. Banishable finding another one. The pistol shot's coming out. 1v2, 24 seconds. Time is dwindling. Both players are by these stairs, though. We'll see how he tries to do this, but they will back up, rewrap this, and this should be the closeout here. Banishable does get one. Gotta hop this, and all you gotta do is check it and spot it, which he does. And Minnesota win the round. Again, nice start to the round. Really set that up.
Yeah, the Floppr played that really, really well there to just not troll. You know, even though Olivia gets picked, you know, at the beginning of that 2v4, they just did a really good job of playing their numbers and just securing a round that they should win. So that's what you need. This is really good work from the Floppr so far.
Yeah, this is like I said. I mean, it felt like regardless of how map 1 went, this is going to have to be a must-win here. You don't want to go down 0-2 and have to rely on a reverse sweep. So they're coming out hot here. Now it's going to be Seattle with a full A hit, and they are just running at this. Noble gets into ring after getting hit by that nade, but is going to get there basically unscathed. And going to get this down quickly. Looking to plant for that laundry side as well. Banishable with a big kill on Frosty to set that up. And again, it's going to have to be another pretty tough retake on the side of Minnesota. It's just not going to happen. What a clean round there from Seattle.
Yeah, that was just pure aggression there from Seattle. Once again, it seems like when these guys have a plan and they know what they want to do, they do it. They go fast and as a squad. And it's all on the back of Banishable, honestly. This guy is at the front of every single charge I've seen so far. And he likes to run it down with the drawback, and it's been working for him. 7-3 so far. That's a good round there. Nobody wants to go down 4-1 in a search and destroy. And now the Sloths are back on the defensive side here, and we'll have to see if they can get another round, maybe try to tie this up.
Another spread offense here if you are Minnesota. B being left wide open, and you'll see shots coming through. I think Zoe got at least one player on info, might have got the second and maybe even the third, and now you can rotate this.
Yeah, they're going to punish off that.
Yeah, and with the first kill going the way of Minnesota, again, this is going to be a tough retake here for Seattle. At least you got one more number than you did in the last situation, just like this. See it's both players coming in from basketball, but Butta finds a kill onto Noble. Make it a 4v2. Again, Banishable in this spot. You got to find something here, but K3G gets taken down, and now Banishable left in a 1v4. Shots ringing off, and now you see all those arrows turn. Looking for this last kill. They will get it. And, I mean, Minnesota, credit to them, like you said. I mean, they're just punishing Seattle for really leaving sites, I mean, not necessarily unattended, but just leaving sites with low number.
Yeah, I think the one player that was even close to B was playing like an off angle inside of kitchen, and he was the one player that really needed to not lose his gunfight, and he did. And you just saw the white arrows immediately start working towards B off that kill. Like they already knew, because they were top laundry or top bedroom and below. Like there's nobody home, so that's just a free round for the Floppr here, and this is a big one on this defensive side. If they can clutch this up, they could maybe get it to a match point here. But that is a smoke and an instant plant from the side of Seattle Sloths. They are wanting to put it in their favor immediately.
K3G with the kill on the Butta as well on the pin. Joe does find the kill on the Banishable to even the numbers, but it's going to be Noble finding the kill on the Frosty now at 3v2. Gunfight in mid-map. This is a little bit tricky here as Noble gonna find the kill. Zoe left in a 1v3 now. He gets taken down, and Seattle takes the swing round. I gotta say, I don't know. Maybe I haven't watched a lot of Raid S&D this year, but this is a lot of B action, which feels not that normal. Again, it feels like A is usually the preferred, but both teams are kind of leaving B light number-wise, and they're getting punished for it.
Yeah, it seems like maybe each team is also kind of confused by what we're doing, because they're like, okay, everybody, especially with the smoke, you can take A pretty easy. It's easy to get into ring, and everybody's just planting B. So maybe we'll see the teams adjust here, but right now this is a big 4-3 round, especially for the side of the Floppr. Once again, on the attacking side, gonna have to try and maybe get something to work here towards A, and it is not going so well as Keg is able to find Frosty. You got Zoe picking up Noble. And Butta getting Chernobyl. He's going to open up that site just a little bit. You have that number 3 player just dancing circles around Butta, and he's going to find him. And that is Banishable left in the 1v3 situation here. Does find the leg, but immediately dies. And that is Floppr taking the round. Now they got match point.
Yeah, I mean, I thought for a second there was a chance if he got that kill and was able to get away, but Minnesota does close it out, and they go to match point, and again, I mean, they've kind of just been. I like how they played offensively. Like they've taken their numbers. They're not playing slow. Like once they know they have numbers, they're trying to get it down. They've been able to do that. And again, not to rag on certain players, but they're doing this while Frosty's in the agency. So I mean, things are going well right now. But you better hope you can close it out. Yeah. We'll see as Seattle running it down mid again. Let's do what we did in round 1.
Yeah, all right. There you go, Banishable. Gonna go find that kill. That's so far so good. Now it is up to Zoe and Frosty. Maybe he can find his first kill in this round to maybe keep him in a little bit. Frosty's locking down the B side. I mean, they're planting A. It's going to be a 2v3 retake over on that ring side, which is easier said than done, especially if you don't have a whole lot of util to work with.
Frosty getting shots off, cannot find the kill, and now it's just going to be backing up and playing your numbers, and now chasing Frosty down.
Oh my god.
They're
rabid.
Talk about disrespectful. That felt a certain way. As they close out that round. Seattle, maybe you just run down mid every time, because my goodness, I mean, they are, the aggression that round works. That didn't work out round 1, but I don't know, it feels like putting on the pressure here on Minnesota could be the play. As now Minnesota back to the offensive side again, looking to close this out. I'm really interested to see how Seattle plays this defense, because again, you've gotten burned on B a couple times here. Do they commit to it? Do they try to spread the map and play for, a little bit quicker info? As it is going to be, once again, the spread offense. But you see, Seattle.
Hitting men.
I love this. Right. I love it. I love it. We're running this down. Banishable already through zigged. If he gets spotted, he does. But K3G with that first kill on to Buddha. The numbers in favor of Seattle. You have laundry control if you're Minnesota, but you have no mid control, and you're going to get taken down if you're Zoe. 4v2, make it a 4v1. What a beautiful round by Seattle. Again, just run it down mid, man. That's been working out, and now you send it to a round 11.
Round 11, indeed. I did not think we were going to be here. I was kind of for sure that Floppr was just going to kind of ice that out, but I guess Seattle has found their rhythm, and that is fast. We're going to run at you, and it's working.
Yeah.
So
big round here. It's going to be Minnesota on the attacking side, which I almost feel like is good for them here. I want to.
It's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy. Hey, take the sub out. Let's see if we can try something different. Not going to be the same approach from Seattle. They're actually really putting numbers over to B side, thinking that that's where they're going to go. Now it's going to be Minnesota with the play through mid, trying to get one of themselves. As Butta does get one onto Noble. Now Olivia Rodrigo gets a second, and I mean the counter aggression coming in from Minnesota might win them. This map is going to be Chernobyl finding one. Frosty gets one. K3G left in a 1v3. Not impossible, but the bomb's going down B. Can you get this kill on the player? You see the gun you did, but you get taken down anyway. And Minnesota evens up the series.
Ouch. Olivia Rodrigo with the spin for the icy kill. Let's see this in slow-mo. I mean, did he spot him out of it? Yeah, he spotted him out of the corner of his eye. That's crazy. Great shots. And
welcome back as we load into the Den Overload. The series tied up 1-1. And a big map inbound. The kills. You'll have to forgive us, by the way. Teams are flipped for us, so it might be a little bit of a struggle here for a little bit. But it is going to be the side of Minnesota right now, carrying this bomb, trying to get it over to B. But Seattle has numbers over here, and the kills. I mean, the kills go in the way of Minnesota for a second, but Banishable cleans all that up. Player number 5 and Zoe finds one, and now he's going to try to be annoying and try to get these kills over by back couchers. Does get taken down, though. No reset on the ball just yet, as both teams trying to sprint over to play this device. And now the reset coming in at a pretty unfortunate time there for Minnesota, as they had a chance to make a move there.
They really did. That, like, you just needed to dive and touch that ball. Somebody just needed to touch it, because they were at a 3v1 basically on the bottom side of the mini-map, but that immediately was taken away from them. And now the Seattle Sloths are going to try to push through mid here. seems like they're doing just fine, just holding some map control, slaying out a little bit, maybe pad those stats a little, and then maybe touch the ball and move it along. Because so far so good. But I mean, look at the mini map right now. You've got player 8 and player 5 trying to work on pinches on either side. So this could get a little weird here. But oh, they slipped the net. Seattle just picks it up. They just run right through the middle and get the cap. I mean, it's just clockwork. They find the 2 kills up mid and they just go, all right, well, I guess we'll go score now.
This map has been, I mean, obviously the rules and overload changing now. It's going to be another opportunity, and this should be another score here for Seattle, and it is. And now, kind of reeling here for Minnesota. Yeah, this map has been weird in the sense that I feel like at the start of the year, the preferred side was trying to score, you know, on blocker side and stuff like that. Like, if you're on the side that Minnesota's on right now, that felt preferred. But now it feels like it's switched since they moved up that control site over on the B side. So I don't know. I mean, a good start again right now for the side of Seattle, as it is going to be Minnesota potentially breaking through here. Zoe gets stopped on the goal line though, and with 20 seconds left, you find the kills here if you are Seattle. And what do you decide to do? Going to try to rotate this over, see if they can find their way back over to mid-map, maybe over to the A, and that's exactly what they're going to do with player 195. Love Codcaster, man. Is K3G going to find, well, the kill at least is going to go the way of Seattle through mid-map, looking for another one, does get it. Now, if you're the side of Minnesota, you have to find these kills over toward Dojo, what you do.
Now that the clock stops when you pick it up, they've given the Sloths a little chance to get aggressive here. Zoe flying with the pistol, not able to find anything though. And now the rest of the Floppr are going to have to try to get in there and pick this up, or else it might be just another cap, and it's looking like it's going to be that way. You got 11 seconds on the board. Player 195 banishable is down there for that ball spawn. They could potentially put another one on.
It definitely could, and man, it's so weird with the new rules. Like, these rounds feel like they fly by, but with 6 seconds left, you can take the bomb. If you're Chernobyl, trying to get away and you have no, I mean, player number 3 is pushed up, so this is a free score, and there you go. Seattle absolutely steamrolling Minnesota on that round 1. I guess that answers my question: what side is preferred? Because that was a
that
stomping.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, seems pretty good. 4-0.
I mean, they scored 3 points with 30 seconds or less of game time on the clock. I mean, that's just the power of just a simple rule change of like, okay, now when you touch the ball, the clock stops. And that changes literally everything, because before, you know, you could kind of take a breather whenever it's like 15 seconds on the clock. Okay, they made it out of this round. They've only got two points. Surely they're not going to score again. And now look at it, 4-0.
Well, I gotta bring this up. The last time I casted, I seen one of the worst park the bus. I mean,
yeah,
this was before the rule change, and you know what, Diver Jim, he's been in the league for a while, but I'm just continuing to rag on him because his team did the I mean that it was so bad the other team left, and now
those dirty burgers they left on them. That's crazy.
And I hope we don't. I hope the new rules fix this. But again, we're a minute. There's a minute and 30 left on the clock. Like, this overload flies by now. It's absolutely insane. And if you're Minnesota, you got to do something pretty damn quick, and it just doesn't feel like that's good. I mean, look at all the players for Seattle. They're basically just playing for this ball to be white in mid, which really what you should do.
Yeah, no, this is exactly the correct play that you should be making right now. And unfortunately for the Sloths, they got to find a way to just break this setup and get in there. And those 3 kills might be enough, and there's a 4th, so that's going to give them a little bit of map pressure here. Chernobyl getting a big kill though is going to make them redirect from that mid push. And now look at it. That's 4 white arrows going on that A side, and I don't think the Floppr are ready to maybe renegotiate the terms of their push here. It's not looking too great as they just get immediately clamped down on, and now the Sloths getting aggressive once again towards that B side, and it's a great nade from Rodrigo though, gonna shut it down and getting all the kills they need to maybe keep it alive. But that's still a cap though, is it not? I know the Sloths have it. Yeah, they're holding it.
Just waiting for, to get your numbers back to new. But I mean, that really should do it. It looked like even to start the round, it was going to be an uphill battle, of course, being down 4-0. But you're in a position now, if you are Minnesota, where you have to basically have the ball in your possession as much as you can, trying to get the score onto A, which they do. So Frosty brings one back, but this time is going to be ticking. You need to hold control of the ball as much as you possibly can, and they do have numbers over here. Now Chernobyl going to have a job to do.
He's just going to slide in for the cap, no?
Ooh, they got it. All right, 5-2. Okay, hold on. Not over yet.
There's a lot of clock left. As long as they're able to just keep control of the ball, which is going to be easier said than done. K3G putting on the skates. Gonna get all up around Olivia's business, but getting shut down in the mid-map are the Floppr. Now the Seattle Sloths in control once again, and I think we've seen this story and we know how it ends.
Yeah, you just got to sit on this, basically, if you are Seattle, and it's exactly what they're going to do. That ball just sitting in mid and down to only 20 seconds left if you are Minnesota, trying to find these kills. Not able to do so. That should really do it. Now you'd have to have an absolute miracle run, which you do find 2, make it 3. You got to get on the ball, fellas. You literally have to. They do. Now with 7 seconds left, they're going to try to move this through bottom lab, but that's not going to work. Gets taken down, and I mean, it's just a time game at this point. You're gonna have to play perfect overload to close this one out, and it just does not feel like it's gonna happen. To Seattle looking to end this one. K3G getting 2, and that will do it. As Seattle takes the lead back in the series, going up to 1. I don't know. I gotta say,
fast.
Yeah,
that was really fast.
From a ranked perspective, like when I was playing ranked, it felt better. Like I thought, okay, this is the changes we need for overload. I'm not so sure now. Like I really don't know. That was
they can get it done.
Going to be Seattle starting on blue side. Not that it matters all that much, but the kill starting off in the way of Minnesota. Noble though going to get the kill on the time before he's traded. That is going to be 4 down early here for Minnesota. They'll try to get on that time on P1. All these players for Seattle spawning back white wall. Kind of have them hemmed in here at the moment. And this is a good start for Minnesota as it collects the first a majority of the first 30 seconds here and continuing to find these kills. K3G with a big kill there does get traded out. That got dicey for a second. But, I mean, good start here for Minnesota.
Yeah, it's a pretty good P1 breakoff here. They did lose the spawns there in the last 10 seconds or so that's very unfortunate. They're going to have to try to break out. Or, I'm sorry, it's going back towards the hotel side. They still have the spawns. And, yeah, I mean, this is a good P1 there from them. And, you know, you see Olivia coming out immediately and winning that first gunfight. Buddha is already frying, and that's exactly what you want to see. Those ARs on the side of Floppr are just putting down damage.
That though is frustrating for Minnesota. You have the setup for new, and it takes 2 players and you get broken. They are going to get back on the time, but only for a moment. As K3G's frying, finding 2. Can he find the 3rd? He does. So just like that, Seattle on the time. And if you're Minnesota, you put yourself in the driver's seat there. You had all your players rotated over to new, but they just get broken down.
Yeah, I think you just got to win some more key gunfights there if you are Minnesota. You got Olivia now. You're going to try to maybe flank this out and break for the last 15. But for the most part, you just want to kind of hold towards that plain side of the map. They know that all those members of Seattle are going to have to cross mid here. So you can see those white arrows. We're kind of hoping to stop that. You have Chernobyl able to leak through. He does get picked up, and Floppr are going to get some of this early time. And they have the preferred spawns, but look at number 2. He's going to find the seam off that kill. They're going to spin. They're looking for him on the backside, but that's going to cause just enough chaos to get him off the hill for a moment here. And it's a little shaky for the Floppr, but they are holding the time.
That was actually a pretty big play there. I mean, they were kind of surrounded on time. They get to when both those players backed up, but they do something good, and then they go 4 down. Like, that's just how it's been for Minnesota. Now with Seattle pushing up, they have the switch ones coming in. They're going to be able to read this. As you see, Banishable finding the kill onto P5, and now Minnesota spawning out for new as well. The rotation also coming in. Player number 1 in Chernobyl setting up for new. We'll see if he can find any kills on new. Does find 1 as kills continue to go down. on P3 as well, and just all the kills going Seattle's way. And again, I mean, this is the first 3 hills. It felt like they set themselves up nicely, but they just could not find the important kills when they needed to, just like map 1.
Yeah, this is a slippery slope moment here for the Floppr. They really need to get a break here because you can go down a whole lot off of this hill right now. Zoe's going to slide in, is able to find one on K3G. Frosty's going to find one, finds another, taking out Chernobyl, who kills Buddha. And now K3G's trophy is getting involved, doing big work. Olivia's looking for the trade on the trophy, is going to secure that, and another player as well. And that is a great breakout of Floppr there. They're able to at least make it dicey, but they need to hold some time.
Yeah, again, just Seattle, just like they did in map 1, not allowing them to sustain new, and now you have the rotation coming in, which Seattle is going to win again. You got player number 8 in Olivia Rodrigo spawning old. Like, it just another point where this could get out of hand quickly for Minnesota if they don't put a stop to it now. Seattle is going to be sort of set up new. They actually do get the spawn back there. At least one player's going to spawn back there, but he's going to get taken down. Now the pinch can come in. You just got to find the kill on top of Chernobyl, finding one, getting a second, but the trade's coming in, and Minnesota finally grabs all the time.
Okay, here we go. They are able to get in for a moment, but you got K3 and the boys coming through the front side, and they are taking names with them. Buddha is able to find a 2-piece. Chernobyl's able to sneak in from the front, finds a couple seconds before he's forced off. And it is just back and forth all over this hill right now. It's looking like Floppr might stabilize for a moment and get themselves a good little 25 seconds or so off of this. And that's going to keep them relatively close into this series, or into this rotation, as the first set of hills is wrapping up here.
Yeah, you needed this. You desperately needed this. If you, oh my goodness, Noble. You needed this if you were Minnesota. Get yourself back into this a little bit, but not for Noble. Absolutely making some big plays there on that P5. They could have got a few more seconds. And as you said, back over to the P1. The first set of rotations is done and dusted. And it is going to be Seattle getting this opening time and really controlling the map super well right now. You see all the pressure pushed up through store. This is making Minnesota spawn back green, and they're kind of getting the, I mean, they got really the first 20 seconds uncontested. Now it's Minnesota finding 2 to try to get back on the time. The trade's coming in, and now Minnesota will look to collect some time here on P1.
Much needed time here, as they've been on the back foot this entire first set of hills, but kill feed's looking pretty good right now. Olivia is able to find 3 before it's taken down. 20 and 16, by the way. Buddha 22 and 16, just keeping the pressure on as they lead their team through this map number 4 here. And they do have the setup for P1. Number 7 does get killed though, so that's going to make it a little tough here. So they're going to have to find a way to get rid of Banishable in a hurry, and they do that. So once again, they have a little bit of control on the early rotation, but those kills come through, and that's a lot of blue arrows coming through top hotel side. Number 5 is going to have to play his life, and he's doing a really great job of it so far.
It's also a big kill by Olivia Rodrigo on the player pinching Sat. It allows your guys to move up and now reinforce the time for what feels like the first time is Buddha is going to find 3. You finally get a foothold on a hill, and you can start collecting those times. They're looking for something close to a full 60 as Frosty doing some renovating of the ceiling and also finding one as well, looking for a second. The trade does come in, and Minnesota, just like that, within 1 hill, get right back into this. And they have the rotation starting to go over toward new. So now it is Minnesota on the front foot. Seattle, though, responding with 2 kills, make it 3, looking for all 4, and they do just that. All that hard work going to the wayside, and Seattle will get the opening time here on 3. What is happening?
I think Banishable is just doing his best Michael Jackson impersonation, just dancing all over the middle of the map. Can't hit him. He's everywhere. And this is just a lot of map control for Seattle right now. And what was looking like Minnesota's moment, it's kind of been taken away from them a little bit here. They're going to have to fight once again uphill to try to get into this hill. And they're able to pull it off. I mean, that's just the kill feed that explains this entire map right here. Buddha, Olivia, Buddha, Olivia, Olivia, Olivia. It's just, yeah. I mean, they're literally willing them through this hard point right now.
And again, I mean, big kills. You also have the rotation for New when that pops. It is going to be Seattle breaking through old. We'll maybe see if they can get the rest of the time, which Noble will find it. But as you see, the setup for Blue is here. If you can get close to a full 60 here from Minnesota, that would be absolutely huge. Again, you are set up for it, but the players from Seattle pinching from this boat side, players going to the front as well. Just trying to find these opening kills, and there you go. You get 3 if you're Minnesota, and now you have to wait here if you are Noble, looking for the reinforcements to come in. This game gets tighter and tighter, and Olivia finds 2 again before getting traded out. Now that, I mean, Seattle getting some kills, somewhat of a pinstripe feed, but not able to break this time, and Minnesota is close to tying this one up with 30 seconds on the hill. They collect all this opening time, and they continue to find the kill. Frosty finding 1 before getting traded out. Buddha finding 1, and it is just an absolute slaughter fest here in this blue house, and it's continuing to go back and forth, but with all those kills going down, Minnesota is actually going to take the lead heading into P5, maybe not. as I say that, the kills go down over by Blue. But look, I mean, they've made this a game.
Yeah, it's the closest they've been to a lead by far. 1 point. That's they were really trying for it. Floppr are finally going to be able to get into that hard point. You've got Zoe and the crew just really making sure that they're not pushing out the backside here. And as you just got Buddha holding the front line, it's working out so far. As they're going to be actually the first team to hit 200 points. Would not have guessed that. As they now are going to continue to hold this hill here. Oh, and what a chow from Buddha to get him off of plane. The spawn in the back may be daggers here. They're reading it great though. Buddha's got an awesome position. He's going to get the kill in top window. Looking for more. He's jumping out. Not going to find him. His team's getting all the cleanup.
Twisted.
I mean, the dude is just, he's in flow state. 40 and 27. This is Buddha's map.
And now with a chance, if you're Minnesota, to close this one out here on the 1 is Buddha again continuing to find kills. He's one off a Hellstorm, but he gets taken down, and that could be huge. We'll see if that comes back to bite them. It is going to be P1 popping again for the 3rd time. Seattle on it early. And you see, I mean, Minnesota's kind of spread across the map. They got to group up here. They got to make a play together. As Frosty, good start, finding 2. Looking to now break through the hill as he's going to just test the time for the moment. Trying to stay up and wait for those reinforcements. Now it's Seattle getting back on the time. Now Minnesota has to regroup here and try to come in with 30 seconds left. Also, you got to worry about potentially that rotation over to P2. We'll see if that plays a factor. But right now, I mean, we're just laying down and contested time.
Yeah, I love this play from Manageable. Dude was running it down the first 3 maps. He's having a little bit of a stinky here, and he knows that he's just going to lay in the time. He says, boys, shoot around me. We're getting this time no matter what. And it's working out for him so far as they may take the lead back here. But he's able to find 1 more, make it another. The kid is unstoppable, looking for a 50 bomb to continue this series.
Now we head to the P2. Minnesota is going to retake the lead to 225 to 24. As we are down to the final stretch. That's a big opening 2 from K3G. As it looks like they're going to try to get back in, but Frosty finding 2, getting more damage as well, and that's going to be all 4 as Frosty finding another one. Now only 10 seconds away. They had the Hellstorm as well. They need it, but it's going to have to be a break for Seattle through the front. Frosty finding another one, staying alive. Buddha finding more as he's on 48, but Chernobyl finding 3 to try to keep us alive. He tries his best, but the kills go Minnesota's way, and we are heading to a map 5.
Oh, Lord. There's that hardpoint prowess you were talking about. There it is. We found it.
Yeah.
And it's off the back of this guy. I mean, this guy, he's just making plays like this the entire series. He's just absolutely twisted, finding all the kills. I mean, that's just Buddha and Olivia, and you can't discount Frosty there either. He was even the entire time.
I do have a losing record on this map, but again, they've shown signs of being able to play some. I mean, if they're as aggressive as they were in that map too, I think that's going to maybe play a key role here. They're already trying to take control of this A site, getting up aggressive, getting that bomb down early. So doing exactly what they did in that map too. Looking for the first kill. It's going to have to be a 4v4 retake here for Minnesota. Banisher finding 1. Noble getting a 2nd. And it's going to be Buddha. I mean, this guy is twisted. Is he on mouse and keys? Because this guy is doing 360s like I've never seen before. Now it's 2v2. With only 28 seconds on the clock. So to have to find these kills is going to be tough as most players kind of playing over towards this back motel area. One kill goes down. Now a 1v1 Chernobyl. What timing are these players about to get? Oh my goodness. And now it's going to be a rewrap here from Chernobyl, and that should be the round, and it is. Seattle aggressive on that offensive side and take that round 1.
That's just really good plays out of Seattle there to not get too aggressive and try to chow out anything once they got the bomb down. Saw Keg laying up top, and he was in a super clutch position. If he doesn't get team shot there, I mean, the round's just kind of over. And you know, what is Zoe gonna do with a guy up on top hotel like that? So really good plays out of Seattle. That's a round 1 that you want to hang your hat on, and probably continue to do that throughout this this search and destroy here.
Soda now on the offensive side, and I mean, you can see how aggressive that Seattle even is defensively. And if you're Frosty, I don't know if you're gonna. Seattle almost got there so quickly, and Minnesota was kind of in their spawn. I think that Seattle even got a little bit confused. But you have 3 players now pushed up on A side if you're in Seattle. See if the utility comes in handy. Is Olivia gonna back one player down? The trade's coming through, make it a 3v3, and again, I mean, Seattle, really both teams right now playing like a pack, but Seattle really not letting this A-bomb plan go easy. As Noble now finding the kill onto Frosty, and Minnesota feels stuck, and it feels like they did not have a direction to start this round, and it's continuing to be that case. Buddha gets taken down, 1v3 now for Olivia.
Yeah, it seems like they kind of had one idea there, and the minute it kind of fell apart, you know, they didn't really have anywhere else to go, and just getting picked apart from there. So Seattle Sloths going to take advantage of maybe a little brain fart there from the Floppr, maybe, you know, some weird comms as to what they were actually going to do there.
Yeah.
But it just seemed off, right? Like it just seemed like they didn't fully want to commit to that.
It was like they were kind of like sitting on spawn almost to start, and like I said, like Seattle, I think they thought it was a hit on the B site because they like got up there. They had 3 players there, and there was nobody there. They started backing up, and then the shots started coming. So I think they were a little bit confused, as were we. Seattle back on the offensive side, and see just playing as a pack. If you're going to take one of us down, and it's going to be hard to take another one down, it is going to be Buddha finding the first kill onto Banishful as I say that. Now Frosty, I mean, he's just going to throw shoulders in the back. Bomb has a chance to potentially go down if you're Noble, but he's actually going to push up, find one. That's dangerous. Does get out with his life, and now can get this bomb down. And now Seattle actually on the front foot for this retake.
It's only stupid if it doesn't work. That's that's the rules that you got to live by as a COD player. And now Buddha is able to get a great flank in. It's going to cut those blue arrows thinking twice about what they need to do. And then Noble is just left in an impossible situation. And that's just an easy retake there from Floppr. And it's kind of off the back of Buddha hitting the flank through the backside and just kind of removing all the options from Seattle's defense there. Like they just, what can you do?
Yeah, and I still like the strategy from Seattle. I think that the way they're playing is, you know, conducive to win a map like this, but that round getting picked apart, as said, the flank. So, big round there. Definitely a big round there. If you are the side of Minnesota, needed that as you look to now even this back up on the offensive side, and we'll see if we have a clearer direction of what we are doing here on offense if we're Minnesota. Looks like, well, we don't even know who's carrying the bomb. So maybe we didn't figure it out.
A little shaky start. Yeah, look at it. They just immediately turtled up a little bit. They're going to, well, that might be just the play call. They're going to try to maybe get a pick here and work aside. I don't hate it because of the aggression that Seattle's been showing. Like, you kind of want to trap one, and it works. You catch Noble doing a little failed movement there, and now they're going to get aggressive over towards A.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I think you kind of use Seattle's aggression against them. You see if you find when you do, but then just like that, Chernobyl will be able to even up the numbers, and you have bomb down. And I don't know if Seattle knows that, but that's down in a pretty rough
it's an awful
spot. So we'll see how Minnesota elects to cover that. They will be able to get on it, but there's players over by the safe site. bomb goes down. We'll see if the check comes in. Frosty gets one on the Banishable, though, and the check will not go in. So you're going to be able to get this down for free. But K3G finding the kill onto the planter in Zoe. Now a 2v2. 3G looking for help from his teammate who's taking a long flank, looking and thinking there's going to be a player over in blue. There's not. K3G finding a kill and making it a 1v1. Now it's going to be Frosty. Can you get away through life? 22 seconds for Chernobyl. Gotta get away. Frosty continuing to get away. He's on 51 health. Now 17 seconds on the clock. Does he check this? Does he check the corner? He does, but he gets taken down. Frosty with a big kill there and evens up the map.
Oh, Frosty goes ice cold there to take that round. I mean, that movement to get away there is just so clean, and it's any sort of mistake and it's over. And I mean, you just gotta tip the M15 fire rate there. That's some good cheese from him.
I was worried. I was worried. I'm not gonna lie. When he was trying to get away, I was like, oh, I don't think this is play, but he's able to do it and kill. In the end, and evens this up. And Seattle now back to the offensive side. Their game plan seems pretty simple. They're going to continue to do what works. I'm pretty sure this is a cheeky spot from before. I'm not sure, but where I'm seeing him through the wall right now looks a little bit interesting. And we'll see who can get the first blood here. Yeah, I think
is he laying on top of that?
I think he's laying in that fire. He is burning up. But nothing happening so far across the map is already. I mean,
we're an offie.
Yeah, a minute on the clock, and now he's going to chow this, and again, the aggression. Get shots off, back him up, and get this down. It's going to be another retake, but it is going to be in the numbers for Minnesota this time, 4v3.
Yeah, Banishable getting picked there is not great, but is able to find another kill. Noble getting back down, hits him with the Batman smoke. He's actually going to find a kill off of it, staying alive. He's going crazy, Zoe able to get one, but Chernobyl's coming through the backside. Oh! He's going to let the pistol shot sing and finds the kill. Oh my. Little Batman and Robin play out of Frosty and Chernobyl there. Or out of Noble and Chernobyl.
That's dead ass, and I don't know. Maybe he tried to do that. I almost think he thought he had a stun on when he threw that smoke. I don't know. I could be wrong, but the way he threw that, but then to look, I'm gonna say he did that on purpose. The way he navigated that was unbelievable. What a play there, and that's a huge round. That was a 4v2 or a 2v4 situation that they won, and
jeez.
It's a big play there. It's going to be another A hit. Again, Minnesota trying to use the aggression of Seattle against them is slowly moving up the stage. Trying to find the pick. Do not want to give anything away. The numbers are on the site, and they're just like that. Chernobyl finding that first one, and again, the bomb down as well. So not a great start for Minnesota. Ooh. Frosty also going to get wall banged as well. Just like that. 2v4 situation.
Yeah, it's not too hot for the moment. Zoe really needs to get a pick here, and that would have been the one to find. So now it's Zoe and Rodrigo left all alone here. Going to try to maybe put the pieces up for this 2v4, but with bomb being down, and I mean Noble's literally on top of the bomb. I don't think they have a whole lot of options here.
And yeah, I mean Olivia in a 1v4 with 30 seconds left and somebody standing on the bomb. I've never seen her. Does find one on the Banishable as Seattle. I think they're gonna. They are. I mean, you're never gonna check for player number 1 in the back, and Chernobyl should be able to find his kill and does. And Seattle pushes it to 4-2 as we have the swing round coming up. I don't hate the play for Minnesota to play like a little bit back and use the aggression, but now Seattle has adjusted. It feels like, and that's just not going to work on the offensive side. Like you have to do it up.
Yeah, we need another play from the Floppr for sure here on the offense. See if they can get something going, but they got to get past this defense first, and this is a must-win defense. You see, Chernobyl is on a 5 streak as well, so giving up a streak in this situation would be not recommended here. It's looking like the Seattle Sloths. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're just gonna move that bomb right up to A and just live by the sword and die by it.
Long flank coming in by Zoe, and this could come into play as Chernobyl finds the first kill on a Buddha, but again, player number 6 and Zoe looking to attack,
Yeah,
and
it's unreadable
Olivia
at this point.
finding one. I don't know what timing he's about to get, but Zoe does find one, and the plant cannot go down at this point. Noble, though, evening up the numbers, 2v2. But if you're out Seattle right now, I mean, you're surrounded, you're looking everywhere. Olivia finds one. It's going to be Zoe finding the other. Big round there for Minnesota, and just the play by Zoe, as you said. I mean, it got to a point where it was basically unreadable, and you had him trapped in a box.
Yeah, that was definitely to call the round there. Good play out of Zoe, who's had a up and down series. They've really in the first couple maps were struggling, but now they're doing everything they can to continue this for their team. Little 3-4 situation if you are the Floppr, and they've been struggling on offense. We just got done talking about it. Let's see what they opt to do here, and it's looking like they might just bang out A.
I like this. I mean, again, Seattle is going to be ready for this. They kind of have the same setup, but now you got aggressive. So can't find that kill, and that's going to be big. As K3G finding the kill on the Frosty, and Olivia finds one before it gets traded out, but now it's a 3v2 advantage for Seattle. There was a chance there for Minnesota. There really was. If Zoe finds that kill, I think this round goes completely different, but can't do so. And now still stuck on this side of the map, and Chernobyl gets the spot, so now going to have to back up. You have that info. And now with 50 seconds left, they're looking to opt to rotate this, but this should be able to be a pretty easy read here from Seattle. You'd imagine you're going to see a player on top green. I think Chernobyl spotted them going store. So now, again, situation where they're kind of boxed in here. See what they can do. Zoe, though, finding a player over towards Sat. So maybe that info was not called. Now it's 2v2 with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I think Banishable was just running it down a little too fast there. He got the call where the players were in the flank, and it's going to work out for him in the long run, though. The Seattle Sloths going to hold on with numbers, taking match point here. I mean, and it seemed like it was going to really, really hurt him there for a second, given that pickup, but I think Zoe or Butta getting caught in the middle of the map.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt, it felt a little, I mean, of course, when you go down numbers, it's going to feel a little disorganized. It felt like they really didn't know what they wanted to do. And now Seattle with a chance to put all the wrongdoings of the winter season behind them and really put Minnesota in a tough spot in the standings. Seattle would also climb to 3-0. A big round here and maybe a couple of rounds. The Banisher finding that first kill before getting traded out by Olivia. And it's just going to be a hit through mid for both teams. Olivia finding a second onto Noble. It's a 3v2 situation. Bomb down as well. Is that on the outside? Yeah, that's the outside of the store, but
awful.
it is going to get retrieved. Hellstorm also coming in and not getting any kills as well. So now a 3v2 situation. Once again, Zoe on this pinch. See if it's going to be read by Seattle. Very similar situation to last time. And now for Seattle, you're actually going to get aggressive over towards the back of the tunnel side, which is going to work out. As Keg finding one in Chernobyl, finding a second. Now Zoe, the last. The side of Minnesota, he gets taken. Now, what a beautiful 2v3 situation there from Seattle as they win the map 5-6-3.
Wow, I mean, it was so close there for Zoe. I mean, I guarantee he was just either calming it or at least thanking it.